Hi everyone and welcome to Friday Heart Letters. I am so excited about this month's heart letter. And you're going to say, Laura, you always get too excited about the heart letters. Of course, they're amazing. And I'm always left in awe of what God does for every single one of us. It's just amazing to know, the God that we have can redeem us in so many ways. And that's why I love every heart letter. But before we get into it, let me ask you a few questions. How many of you out there are hopeless romantics? You've watched every Hallmark movie, even if they're the same ones every single year, you still watch them all. And you have other romantic movies that you watch and you know them by heart and you cry through some of those sections. If you are one of those people, then you're gonna love this love story because, of course, it is the month of February. We have to have a love story, right? And now, for my other friends who are cynical about love, you think that there's no more love out there, that there's no reason for you to think about love, and that you have given up the hope on finding love, and that God can find and bring somebody for you. If that is you, I want to tell you that you're gonna love this letter because it will give you so much hope, like so much hope. So go and read this letter, and we're gonna get into now the letter because this young soul starts off her letter calling it Finding Love Far Away from Home. Now, just the title itself, you know that she finds love far away from her home, far away from her home. And she lived in her country, in her home country, and she was there until she was 19. And then she moved to the United States. And, now living in a new country was something different for her. And the enemy tried to feed her with a lie. And so she starts off her letter with this: I arrived in the United States at the age of 19, and at that time, I thought was that if I had never had a boyfriend in my country, much less in a country where I felt like a foreigner. Well, I must say that the Word of God says, His plans are not our plans, and so it was. You know, you're going to say, well, she was 19. Of course she was going to be able to find a husband. She was still young. Remember, guys, this is not about age. This is about what the enemy tries to do to us at any point in our lives. She was 19 and she thought that because she was new to a country, because she was a foreigner in a country that was not her home, that she wasn't going to find a husband. You probably have heard the enemy tell you, you're getting too old. Look at your friends. Your life has not started. Look at you. Look, right now, the pandemic, you're not going to find somebody. Don't tell me that the enemy has not brought any of those thoughts to you right now or in the past. And you're going to say, well, yeah. And you're probably going to say, but see, getting older makes it harder. No, there's nothing impossible for God. For her, just being a foreigner made her feel like she was not going to find anybody. But God showed up, and that's what happens, but God. So she talks about how she met her now husband, and at the beginning, she even says she didn't like this guy. But then, that one day changed it all. We all need a one day in our lives, and we all have one of those but one day in our lives in different areas of our lives. So we know what that feels like. And so she talks about, how she met him, how they actually started dating, and how he popped the question. Now, one of the things I have to tell you, you have to go and read this, how he popped the question, because the way he did it, I must say, he's a very brave and courageous person, because not everybody would have done it the way he did it. He was sure of her answer, and I believe that's why he did it the way he did. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, so you have to go and read this letter, how he popped the question, and obviously they ended up getting married. And she has a special song, which is the one that is playing right now in the background, which is the song he played after, she said yes. It's a song by Yuri, and it's called Hoy que estamos juntos, meaning now that we are together. And that is their love song now. And so, go listen to the song. And she also has a special message for every single one of my single ladies. Can I get my single ladies out there? And yes, if you have already thought of Single Ladies by Beyonce, I'm doing the same thing. So all of my single ladies out there, she has a special message for you. And she says the following: all I can tell you is that no matter how much time passes, God has a perfect plan full of love for your life. Mine was this one, and we're going on 20 years of marriage. Wait on the Lord because He already knows who your life partner will be. So, this is for you, my single ladies. If you're still waiting, keep waiting. She's telling you here to keep waiting and keep holding on. Why? Why? Because God has something special for you, and His plans for you are perfect. His plans for you are to give you a hope and a future, just like Jeremiah 29:11 says, and she refers to it in her letter. She tells us that, her plans were not God's plans, because God's plans were even better. So just keep waiting. I know the world out there will tell you to settle down for anybody. Don't settle down. And it's not because they're not good enough. No, it's not about that. It's because what God has for you is way better than what you would think. Even if you think that what you have is right, or what what the world is offering you could be good, what God has for you is even better. It's perfect, because God's plans for your life are perfect, and they're to give you hope and a future. So that alone tells you that they are going to be great. So keep waiting, keep waiting. I know it's hard, and you're going to say, Laura, how do you know? Well, because I am in the same boat as you are. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. And yes, it's hard. And yes, I've heard some of those lies from the enemy. I've heard them all. You're going to say, well, Laura, sometimes it gets really hard. Yes, it gets hard. Believe me, I understand that. But I'm still waiting. I'm hoping, and I'm still, persevering. That's what we do. We keep praying, we keep persevering. And that's exactly what she says. Wait on the Lord, because He already knows. He knows. You don't know. I don't know. But God knows. So go and read this letter. To all my single ladies, go read this letter. And to my married friends, I have to tell you, I love you guys. Just be mindful. Be mindful of us single people. Sometimes it gets hard, and sometimes the things that you say or do can make it a bit more uncomfortable for us. So just be mindful. Love us. I know you care, and I know the things that you do and say sometimes are well meant, but just be careful. Be mindful of your friends, because single people also feel that, it's because we don't have a family, we don't fit everywhere. We also feel that our life has not started. Sometimes that's what some of the lies of the enemy. But just be mindful of your friends, be mindful of who they are, because being single, it's a gift as well. It's something can be, it's a hard thing to be, but it's a gift also. So be mindful of us, and just love them, love your single friends, love them dearly, and just keep praying for us, keep praying for us, and keep encouraging us to wait on the Lord. So go listen to the song, go enjoy this letter, and I hope you have a blessed, blessed Friday. Bye bye.